your boy, Thomas Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post some new content. Well, people, really haven't. It's been a while, right? Because for the most part, well, actually, probably because of two reasons. For one, I'm trying to bring in more people to subscribe to my channel. So I went on TikTok, whatever, and some of the people, they like my content over there, right? But I'm actually really trying to bring them over here, right? So they can actually be like, okay, hey, look, because on here, I'm live here, where that on TikTok I'm not because I don't have enough followers. Just like I really don't have enough followers here on YouTube. But what StreamYard does, they give you that opportunity to go on live that where people can actually really chime in on what it is that you're actually really trying to talk about. Right? So, that being said, today's episode is brought to you in part by the lovely people who actually really invented this fantastic trick here. I like it. I think it's fantastic. It will put you on your ass, and depending on what the fuck else that you trying to do, it will actually really make your dick numb. All right. So hey, it is what it is. So speaking of that, springtime is almost here. But if you're here in the state of Arkansas, it's already here. And then, for the most part, I this is my favorite part of the year for many reasons because it is a resurrection, right? After the death and burial of what the fall and the winter came, brought about. A lot of motherfuckers got snowed in, right? So there's your burial, right? And then the spring comes up the resurrection. But with some of y'all, and when I say some of y'all, I'm talking about some of you females, because I saw this shit today, and I was like, damn, these motherfuckers starting early. So the bitch that I saw today, old tall motherfucker, right? Look like she probably could play basketball. Come in the store, looking like old busted ass can of biscuits. Well, actually, we gonna say because biscuits, whether they're in the can or whether they done busted out the can, right? They're still pretty stiff. Now chitlins, on the other hand, you can shake them motherfuckers all around, and then that's exactly what the fuck they gonna do. And then on top of that, they stink to high heaven, or they stink to high heaven. And that's just what the fuck she looked like, right? And I'm just like, it used to be a time where that you can look at a female, where females used to dress respectfully, meaning that you could only fantasize what she looked like with no clothes off. Especially if the face was there, and then you could actually really look, and you could be like, okay, well, the titty is there and the booty is there, but what the fuck she got on, you could be like, okay, we know it's there, but we can't see it. These motherfuckers nowadays, they come out the house damn near butt ass naked. And so because I guess everybody's like is like this. Ooh, look at me, look at me. No, bitch, we don't want to look at you. Look at you. Looking like a busted ass can of biscuits or a bucket of chitlins that ain't been cleaned yet. Because a lot of you motherfuckers walking around, you don't wash like how the fuck you supposed to. And then you expect for a motherfucker to give you money and all that kind of shit. So I'm like, nope, we're not gonna do that. At least I'm not. Y'all can do that shit. But I'm just saying, if you got a hard dick and the first time any of these motherfuckers put them damn drawers down and you see what's happening, just know that your dick gonna go down faster than a motherfucking tire on a car. Plain and simple. And just know that the damn car is heavier than what the fuck you got. So in other case, right? I'm looking at this, and and just like I say, I could say that it's interesting scientifically, but these motherfuckers, they really don't have no type of brains about themselves to be like, for it to act like be interesting scientifically. So you just act like we just go off, okay, this bitch just wants attention. Or these bitches want attention. Fellas, brothers, regardless of ethnic background or so-called bullshit ass color, we must put this nonsense to a stop. Because the dude that she was with, I mean, you could almost look at this in fact, okay, well, you already know who the fuck wearing the pants in that family. He just there and lucky, and if he's fortunate enough to get some of that stank puss, then hey, that's on him. But just know that as time progresses, this shit ain't gonna do nothing but get worse than what the fuck it already is, right? And this is where the fuck the crazy uncle comes in at. And just I'm gonna put it out there. Your boy probably finna go to jail this summer. Plain and simple. I mean, because I started to say something today, but because I'm just like, you know what? If that's supposed to be your woman, and you let that motherfucker come out the house looking like that, 9 times out of 10, you don't want that bitch. Plain and simple. So my thing is, why the fuck you still with her? If you don't want to, pack your shit, get up and leave. But 9 times out of 10, you can't do that. So hey, advantage the biscuit, the busted biscuit, and the bucket of chitlin woman, right? So it is what it is. But a lot of you motherfuckers need to get your ass to the gym. Now don't bring your ignorant ass in the gym either because we already know what the fuck you gonna do. You ain't gonna do nothing but walk around that motherfucker. Probably do 5 reps here, 5 reps there, right? And then you too busy bending over where you think a man is looking, right? And then for the most part, it's like, okay, as a man, yes, we will look. But we're not looking in amazement. We're looking where we actually we are. But the thing about it though is this. We are amazed that you brought your little raggedy ass in here. And once again, looking like either a busted can of biscuits or a bucket of chitlins. And then you stay in here 5 minutes, then you going back out the door. Thinking that you done did some shit when you ain't did nothing. You have done nothing. Right? You motherfuckers similar, y'all be the main one holler about keeping it real. You got the fake booty, you got the fake titty, you got the fake hair. And then on top of that, you look raggedy as fuck. So I'm like, wow, really? So this is what the fuck we do now. But I guess that's neither here nor there though. So I'm just like, I don't like the cold weather, but I really don't like the simple fact that this is gonna get hot and then here they come. They coming. They coming, y'all. And then there's no that twerk air is gonna be something fierce. Because again, these motherfuckers, they don't know how to wash. They don't know how to wash their ass. Plain and simple. So enough with that bullshit. We're gonna talk about some other bullshit. So here it is. I'm sitting up here and I'm watching uh the shit, some of the YouTubers, they do their little TikTok shit or whatever. And so anyway, right, with all this stuff that's going on with Trump and Elon Musk, right? They done got where, okay, they didn't discover the treasure chest somewhere with all this fucking money. Or either that, they're acting like we're talking about, the fraud, waste, and abuse. And then for anybody that's acting like really have put on the uniform, fraud, waste, and abuse is something that we have heard throughout our motherfucking career. You can go to jail behind that shit, as far as like fraud, waste, and abuse goes. Trump come on there, said 525 million went to Africa for motherfucking weather research. Really? I mean, he was actually really just going down the list. Look, you don't want to believe me? Just go type up Donald Trump press conference, $525 million, whatever. And then you watch all that shit, what he was talking about. Right? But then here comes Dr. Umar Johnson, so-called doctor. He gonna come on here and talk about, well, so-called Elon Musk rat want to give every American $5,000 check because he want to sit up here and say that I forget how he said it, but he was easy talking about it went from economic support to economic slavery or whatever the fuck it is, because he was actually really pretty much saying like, okay, you give somebody $5,000 depending on the individual or individuals, right? They ain't gonna do nothing but turn it back around and give it right back to the and put it back into the economy, right? But I remember watching a video. What is his name? Neely Freeman Jr. Neely Fuller. It's either his is Neely Fuller or Neely Freeman, and he just passed away. So hey, look, rest in power, right? But he was pretty much saying the exact same thing. Black people, so-called black people, so-called African Americans, acts like really, well, we want our reparations, right? And so basically, the way that it was broken down, he was saying, hey, reparations means to repair what has already been done. So, and then basically what he was saying, like, okay, if y'all act, because basically what he was saying, if indeed that shit was to actually really take place, and whatever money that they was gonna give everybody, every so-called African American, which for the most part by now, you already know. If you ain't heard it from me, you heard it from Dan Calloway and the research guy that, hey, guess what? Everybody black, so-called black, ain't from Africa. So that just goes, so all this bullshit about African American History Month, all that kind of stuff. Hey, look, that just goes to show you the brainwashing that the powers that be or the powers that shouldn't be have really implemented in a lot of people. But I said all that to say this. So let's just say for shits and giggles that this $5,000 check that they want to give to everybody comes into play. Now, whether it take you a couple of weeks, or a couple of days, a couple of hours, or even a couple of minutes, to, to spend 5 grand, right? Guess what? That money goes back into the economy, right? Which, for the most part, if you actually really stop and think about it, it's pretty much a good deal. But see, here's the deal, though, right? Instead of giving people like a huge lump sum of money, and 9 times out of 10, if indeed these checks do indeed go out, right? It's going to be like what Dr. Johnson said. It's just like what I said. It's just like what Neely Freeman Jr. said. It's gonna be like what how he said, hallelujah. Barbecue time, limousine time, right? And say, hey, the booty shaking everywhere, right? But then once the money gone, then what the fuck you have? But then again, if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, what did Dave Chappelle do on the Chappelle show? Dave Chappelle talked about this exact same shit. If reparations did happen, I mean, great the fact, now 5 grand, depending on who the fuck you talk to, ain't gonna go too far. But let's just say for shits and giggles, right? That you get the right people and be like, hey, look, I got 5 grand, you got 5 grand, you got 5 grand, and you got 5 grand. Let's take our money and actually really try to create something that's actually really gonna benefit everybody within that circle. And then all what the hell we got to do is expand it. Because again, it goes back. He was like, well, hey, 5,000 record labels have been started within the last hour, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So in a sense, these motherfuckers was telling you this shit way back then. Dave Chappelle was telling y'all this in the early 2000s. And then let's just say for shits and giggles, this shit come through. Watch how fast that money get gone. But the thing about it though is this, right? Instead, instead of giving me a lump sum of money, how about you give me a good paying job? As long as because here's the deal. Because Trump already did away with the motherfucking, what is it, the DEI or whatever the fuck it is, right? So for the most part, everything should be fair game. Should be. So let's just say, let's just say, okay, if that's the case, everybody got a good job, right? Everybody making money, right? Motherfuckers gonna want to get off welfare unless you just extremely lazy. And you want to be a baby machine, meaning that dick go in and babies come out. And then you ain't too fucked up because you already know that you finna get an extra 500 or 1,500 per child. So you ain't fucked up. But then to my understanding, Trump finna kill that shit too. Trump said, look, you at least gotta work 30 hours, right? So for the most part, again, I like what Trump is doing. Overall, now some of the shit, you know, well, actually, he really ain't did nothing that I really don't agree with, that I don't agree with as of yet. I mean, because I was watching the news, and then they were talking about what they were talking about, what the judge want to motherfucking want to try to put a ban on what Trump is doing, like that, born in the, the birthright citizenship. And then, and this is what the fuck a lot of motherfuckers be talking about, right? Because they'll sit up here and say, okay, well, they just looking at it for the simple fact, okay, if you was already here and you have a child, then your child's not gonna be an American citizen. I'm pretty sure that is not what the fuck Trump is talking about. He talking about all these motherfuckers that come over here illegally. And I'm gonna say it again, all these motherfuckers that come over here illegally and they pregnant, right? They had a child here, boom, right? I'm pretty sure that is what Donald Trump is actually like really focusing on. Because trust me, these people, they already know who's legal, who ain't. But when you get motherfuckers like ABC, NBC, CBS, MSB, NBC, right? Another alphabet group soup people that act like, if you stop and think about it for a minute, this alphabet soup, this alphabet soup group people actually really brought on the other alphabet soup group people. If you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, right? Look at what Television actually really puts on television each and every goddamn day. And then you tell me where the fuck they, your alphabet soup group people right there, which came on by another alphabet group. That's almost like a tongue twister almost. But y'all actually really get where I'm going with this. So again, you gotta ask yourself. So here it is. Here's the $64,000 question here, right? And damn, I just lost my train of thought. But basically, all what I'm saying is, right? If you put like this, instead of giving us a check worth $5,000, not really knowing how people are going to treat that $5,000, right? How about, since you did away with the what is the DEI? Hey, look, go out, get some people that you know the fuck is gonna work, pay them a decent salary, right? So that way they can own a house or get a house that is more suitable than what the fuck that they have now. Now if they do that, then hey, I'm all for it, right? But I already know what a lot of you motherfuckers gonna do. A lot of y'all gonna take that money. A lot of y'all gonna take that money, right? You probably finna buy some weed, or you gonna put some rims on your car, or you gonna call yourself going to the strip club, making it rain on that big booty bitch, right? And all what the fuck she gonna tell you, thank you, cause she ain't gonna give you no pussy. Because the thing about it though is this: that twerk air is something fierce, right? So again, let's actually really just stop and look at this for a minute. All that shit what Dr. Johnson was talking about, I'm just like, okay, some of it makes sense and some of it don't. But my whole deal is, hey, look, keep your money, since you too busy firing motherfuckers, right? Which that was another thing too. They were talking about, okay, what did you do in the last week? Right? Which I think I love that too, right? Because it's pretty much like how it was with me or anybody that's actually really served in any branch of the armed forces. What did your supervisor do to you after every damn 30 days? He would sit you down, he or she will sit you down, give you a monthly counseling, and say, hey, look, this is what you did. This is where you was. Here's your strong points. Here are your weak points or semi-strong points. Here are your weak points. So let's actually really bring your weak points up to optimal. Once we do that, we can talk about sending you to the promotion board, sending you to school, so you can also so you can get motherfucking promoted. This is something that should have already been implemented. If it hasn't already been, we did it in the army. What the fuck is wrong with the civilian sector? That y'all can't do the exact same thing. Tell your employees. I mean, because when I was in Texas, that's what they did. When I was working at HEB, they bring me in. Okay, hey, look, Mr. Harris, look, we really like you. We like how you do it. We like your energy, but hey, can you do this a little bit? Can you do a little bit more of this? Can you do a little bit more of this and a little less of that? Then we'll be good. And then you as the individual, you take what the fuck your supervisor has told you and you try to implement it. But just like I say, a lot of motherfuckers, they'll get wearing that, okay, they know that good money is coming in. And then for the most part, you already know the average motherfucker, they ain't gonna never actually really do what the fuck they supposed to do on the job. Hell, I worked at Amazon. And them motherfuckers, they wasn't doing what the fuck they was supposed to do. Goddamn supervisor tell them, hey, look, keep off your motherfucking phone on the production line. And then every time I walk that motherfuckers on their phone. Or they in the bathroom on their phone. But they still expected to get paid. Now, again, I'll be the first one to tell you. Look, as a supervisor, you can't keep your goddamn eye on everybody. That's damn near impossible. But at the same time, right? If you know where that motherfucker workstation is at, and if you walk by that motherfucker more than twice, and it ain't there, 9 times 10, they're in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom, get their ass out. Whether it be male or female, get your ass off the phone, leave Pornhub alone, stop showing your boyfriend your pussy and ass, get your ass back here on this goddamn work line. That's how that goes, right? But the thing about it was this, everybody, they want that everything for next to nothing. And I'm almost like, okay, well, where the fuck did that come from? Again, the alphabet soup people. ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, or Channel 33, right? You name it. That's where the fuck they get it from. All right? So I don't blame Trump and Elon Musk for what they're doing. Now, I will say this much. I will say this. I really don't like it that boy is in the office like that. Right? Kill your ass outside, go play. Right? But then again, that's just one of those deals like, okay, well, hey, look, you can't control every motherfucking thing. And which, okay, I get all that too, right? But I'm just like, look, take your little snotty ass boy somewhere else. Why the fuck he ain't in school? Unless, but then again, this is Elon Musk who we talking about here. So he probably got a teacher that's on call. If he ain't teaching this, if not that, hell, he probably teaching the boy everything what the fuck he need to know. While meanwhile, everybody else that is not as wealthy as Elon Musk, guess what? Everybody else got to go to motherfucking public school or private school, and you get taught that damn bullshit knowledge. And then my whole deal is about public school and private school, it's almost like, okay, well, you dumb on a public level where everybody can see. And the private school is like, okay, you dumb just on a private level, but just know that that shit is gonna come to the light and be like, ooh, you a dumb motherfucker. But you would, but your parents paid for the private school. Really? So this is what the fuck we do? But it's dear. It ain't coming out of my goddamn pocket. It's private school. Now the public school, on the other hand, hey, you just some more hard-headed motherfuckers. Plain and simple. Don't want to learn what a damn. But then again, it's like what I said, this is motherfucking so-called Black History Month or African American History Month. Again, alphabet soup people, the news media, or as Professor Griff says, multi-European devils in action. However the fuck you actually really want to see it, right? The educational system, regardless of motherfucking level, is fucked up. It's been fucked up, right? How about you actually really start telling us who the fuck we really are instead of telling us who y'all want us to be? Now, if y'all can actually really do that, then hey, look, I'm all for it. Long as you don't take too much of my motherfucking money. But then again, I'm retired. So why the fuck you fucking with me in the first place? Give me all my shit. Hell, I didn't graduate high school. I ain't been a year of college. But most importantly, I served this country 21 years. So why in the hell am I still paying taxes? Why are these motherfuckers still taking taxes out of my check or any other veteran, regardless of branch? Why y'all still fucking with us? We retired. If I want to buy Ford Loco and chicken wings and whiskey and all that kind of stuff, hell, give me all my motherfucking money. Give me all of mine. Give me everything that what the fuck you owe me. Plain and simple. Hell, for 21 years, I gave you everything that I motherfucking had. If not more. But I'm getting off the subject here. But my whole deal is, look, people, the hoot, damn, the hoochie mamas are out. And they're trying to catch. But if you've been paying attention to the crazy dog for the past 33 minutes and change, right? Just know that walk by air or that twerk air is gonna be something fierce. Stank puss at the highest level. And just know that the shit is only gonna get worse. So, with that being said, hey, guess what? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door, cross the street, round the corner. Father's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. I'm gonna holler at y'all.